Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Black Friday pickups have arrived and I've got over 20 games here. These games have been acquired from November up until now. Interestingly, most were purchased before the actual Black Friday. I think I only managed to pick up one game on that day itself. As I mentioned in my last pickups, it feels like Black Friday has lost its meaning. It's become more like a Black November, with deals popping up all month long. There are over 20 games we need to go over today. Without further ado, let's get started. I want to start with a couple of JRPG I grabbed at the beginning of November. I actually have a hard time to pronounce their titles. Green Grimoire once more, Deluxe Edition, and The Librarian of Galeria, The Moon Society. At $30 each, this low-print JRPG came at a very reasonable price point. Despite not being mainstream in the US market, they offer unique experiences. Both games come with a free PS5 upgrade, which because the PS4 edition sold out pretty quick. Green Grimoire once more is a remaster of the strategy RPG Green Grimoire. Labyrinth of Galeria is a dungeon crawler. As some of you might know, I am not the biggest fan of dungeon crawlers. I will admit, my primary motivation for purchasing them was for my collection. Next up is Assassin's Creed Valhalla Ragnarok Edition, exclusively available at Best Buy in the US. I've had my eye on this for over a year, patiently waiting for the best deal. I've never seen the price under $30, which seems to be its lowest. Considering how long it's been available, I'm afraid it might sell out soon. That's why I decided to pull the trigger. This edition includes base game and the Dawn of Ragnarok expansion. No, it doesn't come with the season pass. You will have to purchase that separately. I'm currently keeping an eye out for a sale on the season pass. With nearly 100 trophies, earning all of them will definitely take a lot of time. And with the free PS5 upgrade, I imagine doing it twice will be quite a fun challenge. Next is a PS5 game, Mortal Anomalies. Interestingly, I initially looked for the PS4 edition, only to discover there's no physical release in the US. Otherwise, this game actually offers a free PS5 upgrade. At $20, I believe this falls into the category of low-print games, making it a reasonable buy. Developed by Chinese developer Aerowiz, Mortal Anomalies is a turn-based RPG with non-visual novel elements. Its gameplay has strong comparisons to the Persona series, and it has received mixed reviews from players. Next is Like a Dragon Ishin. This is a remake of Ryuga Gotoku Ishin, originally released in 2014. I recall wanting this game so bad, but back then it was only available in Asia, and I didn't have any connections to get it. Fortunately, they have now given it a global release as a remake. However, it's quite funny that they have remade a game originally released on the same console. Re-releasing a game for the same platform seems a bit unusual. Like a Dragon is part of the Yakuza series, featuring an Asian Yakuza setting in historical Japan. The reason for not having a global release back then might have been due to cultural barriers. Next, we have a LEGO game here, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. This one cost me $14 at a clearance price, slightly higher than what I usually pay for a LEGO game, usually aiming for under $13. Interestingly, I can borrow this game for free from my local library. Despite that, I still decided to purchase it because I have heard some good things about it. With a free PS5 upgrade, I think it's worth adding to my collection. Next up is a game I just bought in December, My Fantastic Ranch. This is actually the second time I have purchased this game. I initially bought it in October, but unfortunately it arrived damaged, so I returned it. Recently, the game was restocked, and I immediately decided to buy it again. It's a clearance game that cost me $13. This is a simulation game where you train dragons and unicorns in your fantastic ranch. Next, let's take a look at a few $15 games. Starting with the Wonder Boy Collection. This collection includes 4 games, but there's only one trophy list for Lane-O. Lately, I've been interested in collecting Wonder Boy games for the PS4. To be honest, I have never actually played any Wonder Boy games before. Therefore, next year I'm planning to dedicate some time to dive into these games. Another JRPG here, Loop 8 Summer of Gods. I've been keeping a close eye on this game since before its release. Initially, I thought it was a visual novel, but it turned out to be an RPG with visual novel elements. I like this game's art style. It's definitely something I'm looking forward to playing in. And at only $15, it's a fantastic deal. The final $15 game is Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. Yeah, I added another Story of Seasons into my backlog. However, since I finished one Story of Seasons game this year, I feel I have earned the right to buy another one. I had my eye on this one since last year when it was $20, but I was pretty confident it would drop to $15. I was right, and I'm glad to snag it at a more reasonable price. Next up is Origami 2. I almost bought the first game, but then they released a DLC with trophies, which really annoyed me, so I passed on it. I didn't plan on buying the second one, but it was only $14 and included a free PS5 upgrade. I figured why not give it a try. I just hope they will not release a DLC with trophies for this one. Next few games I've already finished on Xbox since they were included in Game Pass. I enjoy those games so much that I decided to buy them again on PlayStation. The first one is Unpacking. If you love organizing your house, this game is perfect for you. I had a great time playing it on Xbox. It's a casual game, easy to pick up and play. At $17.50, it's a fantastic deal. I'm not sure if the physical disc includes a free PS5 upgrade. I guess we will find out once we do the unboxing. Next up is a very fun first-person shooter, Shadow Warrior 3 Definitive Edition. The Shadow Warrior series is best known for its sense of humor. I've always wanted to try the first 2 games, but their trophy lists are way too challenging, which always scare me away. Good news is they lower the difficulty of Shadow Warrior 3's trophy list. I decided to give it a try and I love it. The game is incredibly fun, especially with its sense of humor. The fast-paced gameplay is definitely exciting. I got it for $18, which is a little bit pricey. I think $15 would be a more reasonable price. As a fan of Grand Theft Auto series, getting this trilogy on PS4 was a must for me. Vice City marks my first GTA experience, although I never managed to achieve 100% completion. San Andreas is where I have spent the most time. I achieved 100% completion on PC, and just last year, I did again on Xbox. I never tired of playing it, and I actually have the game installed on my laptop. I will definitely get a play now on PS4. For this trilogy, it cost me $20. I'm not sure if it will drop in price, as I recall it being the same a year ago. Nevertheless, I consider $20 a reasonable price for 3 classic GTA games. We are more than halfway there. Now let's discuss the Xbox Series controller I purchased. It was $40 and came with a USB-C cable, which was the primary reason I bought it. The Xbox Series controller has a different connector, making the charge kit I purchased for Xbox One unusable. Consequently, I have continued using my Xbox One controller to play on the Series X. With the addition of the cable, I can finally begin using the new controller. Next up, let's check out some $10 games. The first one on the list is Little Nightmares 2. I was under the impression this game had been sold out for a long time. However, during the Black Friday, it was restocked. I was a little surprised to see it available again. Given that I own the first game, I thought why not add this one to my collection. Honestly, I didn't enjoy the first game. In fact, I hated it. The trophy list was terrible, especially with the DLC that added more trophies. However, I've heard that Little Nightmares 2 has a much easier trophy list. Considering this change, I'm willing to give them another chance. Moving on, we have Among Us Crewmate Edition. Among Us was incredibly popular a few years ago. Honestly, I am not even familiar with the gameplay. As it's a multiplayer game, I haven't paid much attention to it. However, considering it's only $10, I wouldn't mind giving it a try to understand why it was so popular. Plus, I like the game's package. It looks very nice. Next up is Call of Duty Vanguard for Xbox Series X. I hadn't bought a Call of Duty game for a while because they usually take up too much space. However, getting Call of Duty for $10 is an unmissable deal. Many people have been complaining that this year's Black Friday deal are not as exciting as before, and I definitely agree with them. There are some great deals, but let's be honest, those are just regular deals that you can find outside of Black Friday. Most of the games I am showing in this video are available at the same price as today. For me, Call of Duty Vanguard is the only game I consider a true Black Friday deal. The next $10 game isn't from a Black Friday deal. I actually bought it in December. It's a PS5 game, Deathloop, which has received many positive reviews. The only downside for me is the inclusion of a couple of online trophies. Otherwise, this game would be perfect. Alright, we are close to the end. Just a few more games to go. Let's take a look at the cheap game I bought this time. Scarlet Nexus for Series X. This one isn't from a Black Friday deal either. If you recall, I already own the PS4 edition, which we did unboxing already. I snagged this one for only $5, and I wouldn't mind adding it to my Xbox collection. Looks like I will be playing this game across PS4, PS5, and the Series X now. I believe you can auto-pop PS5 trophies by transferring the PS4 save files. Next up is Disciples Liberation Deluxe Edition. I actually bought this game before Black Friday for $12. A week later, it dropped to $10. Just waiting for me. So if you manage to get it for $10, you are welcome. Honestly, I'm not sure why I bought this game in the first place. It's not the type of game I usually play. I was probably out of my mind when I made the purchase. However, if you are into strategy RPG, getting it for $10 is a pretty good deal. Next, we have an interesting game with an equally interesting cover, Omori. I hadn't been planning to play this game until it left Game Pass. Then someone I know highly recommended it, so I started looking for a copy. Surprisingly, it's not widely available. The first time I found it, it was sold out right before my eyes. Luckily, I found it again at another retailer a few days later, priced at $25. I know it's a little pricier than I would hope. I didn't want to miss out, therefore I immediately pulled the trigger. Omori is an RPG that has received numerous positive reviews, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing it. Last but not least, Ghostwire Tokyo Deluxe Edition. Ghostwire Tokyo has been a game I've wanted to play even before I got my PS5. I was pretty happy to get this deluxe edition for only $20. This horror game setup and the gameplay really appealed to me. I'm aware some players have complained it becomes a bit repetitive later in the game. Overall, most players have given this game positive reviews. These are all the games I have picked up in the past 1.5 months, a total of 22, along with an Xbox Series controller. Now comes the interesting part. How much did I spend this Black Friday? It's over $400, which is not too bad. There were actually more games I wanted to buy, but I had to hold on to my wallet. You know, I just bought a new house, so there are many places where money needs to be spent. I might catch some deals before Christmas, but then I will slow down. Alright, that's it for this video. If you like today's content, be sure to smash that subscribe button below. Take care and see you soon.